There, go ahead and introduce yourselves and,
My name is Tammy Moore. I am the shelter manager for A for Friends.
okay.
I'm Michelle Paletti. I'm the new executive director and very nervous. This is my first time ever doing this.
Well, I'll be kinder to you than I was last year. Let's just put it that way.
Okay, thank you.
We're just not negotiating. All right, you've introduced yourselves. Tell us what's going on and,
I didn't know what to expect, not have ever done this before.
Okay.
So I brought some of our annual report information. I can't remember, I think we just sent
okay,
the
and we got the
PowerPoint,
package.
the budget part of it.
I don't have it.
So I'm
Oh, sorry, I take it back. No, I have it here.
not sure if you want this information. It just kind of gives an overview of what our annual budget is for our shelter.
Okay,
So
we are repeating our ask of $8,000 to help fund the.
it's 30,000, I believe, is what we
Oh
asked
wait,
for
wrong
last
one. Wrong one. 30,000.
I said we weren't negotiating. Anyway,
No negotiations.
if that's where you want to go.
Okay. So yeah, we're just requesting the same amount that I believe that we asked for last year.
Okay.
Just in support for the shelter to help with the continuing costs that we have. With the new shelter, there is quite a bit more costs associated with that to keep it up and running, to pay for case management, for utilities, for any expenses that are incurred in regards to that emergency shelter.
So are you opened up completely now?
We have increased our bed count, and we met with the health department and with Dr. Milan from the free clinic, and we went through the shelter and see how we could safely increase our bed numbers. We haven't even had to. We went from 55 max to a 78 bed max now. And we're using some of those overflow beds we have partnered with drug court and the free clinic and the crisis center and BHU, all those places that need to be able to place somebody somewhere right away. We keep overflow beds just for them so we can make sure no matter what the situation is, if they need to place somebody with us, we'll have an opening for them to place them. So, but we have not, right now we're at 40. We haven't had to maximize our bed count yet, but you know, the weather's a little nice. Once it gets up to 90, we expect more people to start coming back, and then of course throughout the winter, we expect them back. But it's not just the roof over your head. This is a 90-day shelter program. So there is the case management element. There is life skills elements. We have a guy who helps them with the computers because we have a career center where they could do job searching and housing search, but we have a guy that comes in and he helps them do resumes and stuff like that. We also open to the community to take showers. They can come in and take showers every 3 days. We give out hygiene kits and other personal items, diapers and things like that the community needs. And then we also open our doors to the community for dinner. So at 5:30, anybody from the community could come in and eat dinner. So, you know, there's food cost and everything. We do a continental style breakfast. We leave snacks out all day. We encourage them to go to Salvation Army for lunch. And then we open our doors to the community for dinner also.
And I remember in the grand opening and stuff, there was the family units and stuff, and how are they utilized, and is there quite a few family units being used?
So we have, like right now we have one open, but we just had a guy come in with his son, so we're gonna fill that one open. But family units are for couples or families with kids. So if it's a couple, we have, one of the things that the health department said we could safely, there's 2 rooms that we could safely join 2 couples in one room, so that we're not, each room can sleep 7. So we want to maximize the utilization as much as we can. So if it's just a couple with no kids, we will split the room. But otherwise, if it's with kids, they get their own room.
Okay. Questions?
Not right now.
Sean?
A couple things.
Just looking at your financials, just to make sure I have this right. So the period ending September 30, 2023, and I'm showing total receipts for 12 months of $593,000. And then expenses for that same period, $574,000. So a net income of about $19,000. Does that sound about right?
And you're looking at the September 30th.
I'm going through for the period ending September 30, 2023.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, thank you very much. Was there, I can't remember, is there a balance sheet in it? I think there is a balance sheet included also, right? Yeah,
I believe so, yes.
okay. All right, thank you.
I'm still learning all of this too. So I want to make sure I'm giving you the correct information.
And how long have you been there now?
8 months,
8 months.
yes.
Is there a balance sheet right here?
It's a lot to learn.
This looks like it's mostly cash.
No, I don't have anything.
Well, you did well for your first time coming in.
Thanks to Tammy and her information too, so.
And I'll tell you that we just look at the budget and where we're at and then we go from there, just like everybody else.
All right.
We can't spend what we don't have and we manage what we do have.
No, I appreciate your time and giving us this opportunity, so.
Thank you.
All right,
All
thank
right.
you.
Thank you.
This is Catherine.
Catherine, welcome.
Hi.
Meals on Wheels, huh?
Yes, back again. Joe is sorry he couldn't make it. His father passed away last week, so he's headed to a
Our
funeral.
condolences.
Thank you. In the last year, since we've met last, we've had some changes. One being a huge increase in food cost. We saw a 30% increase in August, and they're asking for another 5% increase this year, in August again this year. So it's taken a toll on us. One of the forms that we submitted to you guys, the statement of activities, shows are projected for this year at a deficit of, according to this, $69,000. We're looking at probably closer to $80,000 deficit this year. I am able to access the CSVG grant that we carry through SECA, and that's going to give me $50,000 back to my program. So I'm still looking at a deficit of $30,000 this year. I've already made up about half of it in community donations and some fundraisers that I've done. So I believe typically we ask you guys for $25,000 annually.
We had you down at 30,000.
30,000. Oh yeah, we went up to 30,000 last year. My apologies. And so I was hoping I can add 8,000 to that this year. With our increase, I'm sure you guys are seeing increases
No,
everywhere
on
as well.
moving, excuse me.
Yes.
We have you at 50,000.
Oh
Meals
yeah,
on Wheels.
50,000. Sorry.
I was down the line.
Yeah, so I still was hoping for an $8,000 increase. If I ask a little bit from everybody, it helps me in the overall picture of the increases that we're seeing. Because we're not just seeing it in food, we're seeing it in vehicle expenses like fuel and maintenance, things like that. Also, on the brighter side, since last year, we added, last year I brought my robot bird that wouldn't shut up. We're still doing the robot pets, but we also got a $5,000 grant from the Meals on Wheels of America. And so I'm able to extend some of that funding to my clients who have pets, which is in turn helping them with their isolation and loneliness. So we're helping them get vaccinations, nail trimming, things like that that they need. Again, keeping them in their homes longer and happier. Isolation loneliness is more deadly than smoking 17 cigarettes a day. And so with that, we've also added doing friendly visits with our clients. So when my drivers are done with their routes, they're actually making appointments to 1 to 2 visits a day with our clients, just to visit with them, play games, whatever they feel most comfortable with, but helping to eliminate some of that isolation that they feel.
How many
Is this-
clients?
is this them? I'm sorry, is this these guys?
How many,
Okay, okay,
how
I
many
didn't see
clients
that.
are you serving?
Currently, we're at 70. I have a waiting list of about 25 right now.
Is that 70 an increase from previous years, or is that
It's a
staying pretty
decrease.
constant? It's a decrease?
It's a decrease, yeah. So January of last year, we actually stopped serving the Medicaid population. Medicaid over 20 years had never increased the rates that we were getting as far as reimbursements go, and it was costing us more to bill those people than it was worth it for us to keep them in-house. So they actually go through a program that ships them weekly or monthly meals. And so the only population we're currently serving is through the Area Agency on Aging.
Okay, so the majority of your clients then are 60 and older?
They're
70?
over 60 and homebound.
Okay.
Yeah, they're not able to drive, so very vulnerable.
And you said you're serving 70, but you got 25 on the list?
I do, yeah.
What do those 25 do for food and stuff?
They actually, so unfortunately in our population, we see a lot of turnover, and so they're typically only on the waiting list about 4 weeks right now.
Okay.
What does that mean?
So they've been approved through Area Agency on Aging to receive meals, but we can't pull them off our waiting list until our client count gets to, we have to maintain at 70 right now to maintain that budget that I currently have.
I see, so, what you're saying is right now, these people that go on the waiting list, it takes about a month or so
About a month
before
for
they
them to
start?
come, to be approved and start receiving meals.
Okay.
Be
I
approved
get
by
it.
Area Agency on Aging.
And how many do they get, how many meals a day do they get?
They get 1 a day,
One a
and
day.
right now they only allow up to 5 a week,
I'm sorry?
5 meals a week.
And what are the meals they're getting?
They're getting 4 hot, because we deliver 4 days a week, and then they get one that's called a shelf-stable meal for Friday, because we don't deliver on Fridays.
So what are what kind of meals?
Oh,
are they
types of
getting?
meals. It could be anything from a salad, a sandwich, but mostly we do hot meals. Let's see, there's such a variety. We do a 6-week rotation. We do like a stir fry, a chicken stir fry, but all of them meet the dietary nutrition specs that are given to us from the state for seniors. So they have a protein, a vegetable, a fruit, a dairy.
What's the cost per meal?
It's to the door or from my kitchen. So my kitchen right now is $9.50 per meal.
$9.50 per meal.
Yep,
from
and
your
then to
kitchen.
the door, it's $14.25.
Okay.
So in your assets, you have land held for sale. What's that?
On that, I think that was a SECA-wide number, so I believe that is the Aspen Crossing properties. That wasn't Meals on Wheels specific. I don't know, that's why that's the one our CFO sent over.
I mean, 460,000, I just,
Yeah, it must be our Aspen Crossing, which is the housing development that they have to build houses on.
okay.
On your balance sheet, there's something called SHH receivable. What is that?
Let me look and see if I can find that. On the balance sheet, I don't know that one either. That balance sheet was SECA-wide, wasn't Meals on Wheels specific. So I looked at this morning and I was like, oh, that was an oversight.
The P&L, is that SECA-wide as well, or is that just Meals on Wheels?
The statement of activities.
Yes, ma'am.
That is Meals on Wheels specific.
Okay, thank you.
Questions?
No, that's it.
Jeff?
Service area?
Bannock County. So
So are you
all the way to Fort Hall and all the way to Inkom.
Okay, 2 income, all right.
Yeah.
And
Right now, we only
on-
have 2 clients in Inkom, so we actually only deliver meals to them on Mondays to save us the fuel.
Right. And so the rest of South County, Lava has one where they're doing a
They use
little
their senior
bit.
center.
Yeah. And then nothing down in Downey?
No, that's all senior center too.
Okay, right. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Any other questions?
Okay, well, I won't give you any promises. I'll just tell you that we look at the budget and see what's
Money.
there, just like you do, and
Yep.
and then we'll make some choices, and they're tough choices
Yes, I'm sure.
as we go on into the budget year.
Okay,
All right,
thank you.
Thank you.